Ready to tackle one of the most frustrating bosses in Marvel Contest of Champions? You know, the kind of fight that makes you wonder why you even started playing this game in the first place. Yep, we are diving into the Autumn of Agony Week 3 featuring the ultimate headache, Cassie Lang. Trust me, she's here to test your patience and also your revive stash. But don't worry, I've got your back. This guide is going to be packed with strategies, counters, and tips to help you walk out victorious, or at least not completely broken. Let's make this nightmare just a little more manageable, and yeah, ready to face the chaos? Let's go. So why this fight is so annoying? Cassie Lang isn't a terrifying defender on her own. It's the evil cocktail of nodes and restrictions that turned this into a really maddening experience. It's giving me PTSD from that Summer of Suffering onslaught fight. I think Kabam really wanted to see us scum, and boy did they deliver on this fight. Now here is a breakdown of the torturous nodes. The first one is Bust a Groove. So every 15 seconds, Cassie will switch between two modes. The first mode, she will evade all 100% evade all the basic attacks from you. And after 15 seconds, she will switch to second mode, in which she will 100% miss all of your special attacks. Now there is a node to counter it. I will explain it more later. Another annoying node is going to Painful Retreat. So you are going to have that power sting that you see on the screen on you, and the only way you can dispel that is by landing 10 hit combos. So you have to play around with your combo meter, and only then you can use a special attack, or that power sting is very painful. And if that wasn't enough, there's also Crush Revolution. So if you dash back twice within 1.2 seconds, boom, she slaps a crush debuff on you, making her to be able to break your blocks for 4 seconds. So you have to dex more, or you have to dex less and parry more. And finally, they've also turned off the willpower and solve masteries with all of those debuffs, and plus she is immune to cold snap, so forget about those evade counters. Now starting off with objective number 1, we are going to have Psychic Shielding hashtag and size medium. Now there are only 6 champions that fit this objectives, both Magneto's, Professor X, Moondragon and Jack-O-Lantern. Now Professor X and Jack-O-Lantern are better options in my opinion, but I've used a Magneto right here, and as if you've noticed from the footage, I am just using parry and heavy and building up my prowess. Now this does take a little bit of practice, so I'm just gonna parry. Now I have a crush, I'm gonna keep dashing back. Once the crush goes away, parry, and then I'm gonna use a heavy. Notice I have a vigilance, so I can go in and throw my specials without worrying at all. Again, just using my parry and heavy, building up to 10 of those prowesses. And if I dash back twice, there's a crush, I just stay back or try to punish SP1 ending right there. But you notice there's a power sting, so I'm not doing any kind of special attack right now. I am just keeping my combo meter under 50, under the 50 hit counter. Now I have enough prowesses on me. I want to throw a heavy attack, get to 39, and then use my special 3, but I can't use it now because the power sting has refreshed, so I have to quickly get to 60, power sting gone, and SP3, and that should take out Cassie Lang. The good part about Red Magneto that Cassie is metal, so he counters quite a bit, so Magneto is a great option against Cassie Lang. Now I know the mechanics I couldn't go over during this fight because there's a lot of intro, a lot of setup for the nodes. Let me explain you here on this fight. Now the second objective is going to be Tech Champion and 2024. There are quite a few options that can work here. I am going to use an Ironheart because she is my rank 3 champion, but you can also use Prowler, Northstar, Negasonic and some other champions. Now this fight is less about having the perfect counter, more about your precision gameplay. So let me explain. Notice there's an icon underneath Cassie Lang's health bar with a cooldown. Currently it's on evade, so if I am going to try to hit with any basic attacks on Cassie Lang, she's going to evade all of them 100%. Then notice the cooldown is going up, and once it goes up, it changes into the next mode that that is a grayed out timer. During this mode, if I try to throw any special attack, all of those special attacks are going to miss. I can do my basic attacks, but I cannot use my special attacks. Now to counter that, there is a node here that helps you get your own phases on yourself, and that is going to be the main mechanic of the fight. So if you notice a vigilance passive that is underneath Ironheart's health bar, until I have that active, I can counter the miss phase on Cassie Lang. Now I did use a parry and switched it to pursuit passive, so now I can bypass the evades. So you have to be very careful. Just right there, I missed all of my special because I had a pursuit passive active. I should have switched to vigilance before I threw a special out. So that is going to be the whole challenge of the fight. So she switched to evade. Now I have to parry first. Right there, I have vigilance. I have to parry again. So I can switch to pursuit. But right now I have a crush passive on me, so I have to stay back. And there we go. We have pursuit, and now I can all the evades can fail on Cassie Lang. So that is the first layer of difficulty. The second layer of difficulty is that there is a constant power sting on you that returns to you after I think 15 seconds. Now the only way you can remove that power sting that if you get to any multiples of 10 hit combos. So right now I'm at 45. As soon as I get to 50, it will be dispelled. Just like that, and I can throw my specials, I can time it together. So it's very important for you to time your combos like that. And then the third difficulty layer is the crush revolution node. If you notice the crush timer on me, every time I dash back twice within 1.2 seconds, that places like a crush passive on me, and I have to stay back so my block is not broken by basic attacks from Cassie Lang. So the way I approach it is I try to dex less and I try to parry more. That also helps with switching the modes and keeps me within the correct mode against Cassie Lang. Now I'm not saying this is an easy fight. By all means, it's going to be very difficult. You'll be frustrated and it's going to cost you revives. If you see these solos here, they are not at all easy. It took me at least 30 to 40 tries for each objective to get it right. So this is like the footage where it all worked out. There is a lot of footage where it didn't work out and it got slapped in the face. So don't worry, it is not going to be perfect. But if you do a run and you take 50% off of Cassie Lang, it's probably a good run. Now you should revive and you can go back in. So as far as the mechanics go, you have to parry more and dex less. So when you dex a bit less, you're not going to activate crush that much, and your blocks will not be broken by Cassie Lang. So our objective is to not activate the crush debuff that much, and also try to save up our specials while looking at the modes on Cassie Lang. If she is on a mode of miss, we have to make sure we have vigilance active, and if she's on the mode of evade, make sure you have the pursuit active. And before you throw a special, make sure to hit the 10-hit combo and remove that passive power sting. Now let's put that all together in this fight by using a shocker. Now the fight starts, I activate my pursuit passive and I'm easily hitting her in the evade. Now right here I did parry, but within the parry I cannot evade, so it was okay to do 2 hits, and then I got my pursuit passive again and I put in a special attack. Now my goal here is to get to 100 of my charges and then throw an SP2, but I need to disable that power sting first. So here I am at 79 charges. Now I am unblockable when I dash in, so I can use it to my advantage. Just bait out Cassie Lang's SP1, and there you have it. As soon as I hit to 30 hits, that power sting is gone and I can throw a special attack now. But I am waiting for an SP1. Now the good part about Shocker, he gets those unblockables, so you don't have to worry about crush, you don't have to parry to get the opening, you can just go in and do an attack. Now I'm at 100 charges and I'm almost at SP2, so I'm going to wait for that SP2 and go back in. My goal is to get to 50 of those hits before the power sting reactivates, and I was able to, and I throw my SP2, and there you are with all of those 100 charges. I'm going to charge that Kamehameha and I'm going to throw that, and boom, look at that damage. She is down to 66%. Now we're going to rinse and repeat that. We're going to go back in. Now because there is prolonged stun here and our masteries Now this shouldn't happen because of ability accuracy, that one of the node is turned off because there's adamant axiom, but apparently right now it's happening. So take advantage of it if you can, while you can, but it might be patched later. I think this is really bugged. But anyway, here we are again, trying to slowly build up. Now I don't have to worry about those evade and also those miss modes, because they are gone because of ability accuracy reduction. The node is turned off, because if you have a stun on the opponent, there is a chance that you can disable nodes for the whole fight. So here it got disabled. I think it happened in the Ironheart fight as well. You can go back and check it out. So that makes one less thing to worry about. So here we are again. I'm trying to build up to 100 charges. I do have that power sting on me, so I'm waiting to get to 10 hits, but once I'm at 10 hits, I don't have SP1 now, but I throw the SP2 anyway. And again, we have a long stun. I'm gonna charge my Kamehameha again, and that's gonna do some good damage. And there you have it. In 2's SP2's, Cassie Lang is down to 32%. So same thing, let her throw out a special. Like, Cassie is not a difficult defender on her own. She can be a bit annoying or a little slow on throwing her specials or triggering them, but that's okay. You have to keep focus on building up your special attack and building up your charges and throw a big SP2. So here we are again, going in. I've just disabled that power sting. Now before it activates, I'm gonna throw my SP1 so I don't take power sting damage. Again, I'm gonna use parry and try to get to 40 hits before and throw an SP1. There you have it. So again, once you have the nodes under control, you have to keep an eye on the power sting timer before you use a special, because that can be annoying to deal with. And then of course crush. Now Shocker is awesome in that regard that he has unblockable, so you don't really need to worry about crush, but the other champions you will probably need an opening to go in and attack. So yeah, just like that, we are down at 100 charges. We're gonna throw an SP2 and then a big heavy attack, and we are able to bring down Cassie Lang. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, and I was able to explain this annoyingly frustrating fight in the right ways. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.